We're in sparkling Tasmania. The meek shall not inherit the win at this location. Expect this to be a ruthless and bruising encounter. What a great start by Will. He holds the advantage and he's got the ideal line at turn 2. Brown hangs on from LeBrock. And there's actually a bit of a gap back to Kostecki, and it'll be wild on a cold tyre through turn 3.
Cam Waters gave Kostecki a fair hit there at turn 2. And he had him on the slide. He got out of the throttle and was allowing Brodie to gather control of the car again. But it was a beautiful start from the front row of the grid. LeBrock and Brown just bolted.
Nice translation. Good reaction time for Will Brown. And he's got a nice little margin on the run up to turn 6 on lap 1. So he's got into that hairpin well, and he's established an air gap straight away. LeBrock, then Kostecki, Waters, Heimgartner, Hill, Van Gisbergen, Mostert, Feeney, Pye, the top 10. And all the usual elbow-to-elbow stuff with Courtney faring poorly. And he's actually got it all locked up. He's trying to turn it left and keep it off the barrier, but he's bumped it. Now, has that done any lasting damage? They were pushing and shoving into 6. Is he going to be able to get that out?
Geez, had a bad run.
I think I got steering damage.
He has had a shocking run.
Now, he'll assess the car, but he's awkwardly situated there because he's got to get back around now. If it does have a problem, he's going to have to do the whole lap limping and then get it back into the lane. He's on the radio discussing it at the moment. Brown's got 0.6 of a second. Courtney off to a bad start on lap 1. We're riding with Kostecki. We're looking at the back of Jack LeBrock, but not for long. Is he down the inside? Not quite yet. It takes a while to fully execute this one, and it's still not done. Hip and shoulder move here. They're still side by side. Jack hangs on. Brodie's out the wild stuff. There's no grip out there, but he gets it sideways over the hump and gets away with it. Cam Waters gets in here. He's up on the outside at 3. He's now in the weeds going sideways, but he's stuck with it, and that'll displace LeBrock back to 4th.
Great presence of mind there, Cam Waters, to position the car so nicely. He's done a beautiful job there. And LeBrock outbrakes himself, and he's run. Cam Waters has run Brodie wide, and now there's everybody involved in this one down there.
The outfields, make sure he don't get open.
Feeney, Mostert. That was clumsy as they come off the hairpin there.
So there was a bunch of things all happening at once, and we'll untangle it in the replays. And there's some anger in the background, as you'd expect. This has allowed Brown to disappear. He's now got nearly 2 seconds mark. But LeBrock got into Brodie. Brodie ended up steering into an awkward position. Mostert got tangled in it all. And Courtney to the garage to deal with that bent steering. There's the margin I spoke about. That's 1.8 seconds at the moment over Waters. And now Cam may have some damage here as well. Heimgartner snuck it up into 3rd. Hill's in an ideal spot. Then it's LeBrock, then Van Gisbergen. And then we've got a really big gap back to Scott Pye. Here now, here's what happened to Courtney. And he's on the wrong side of Tim Slade and Mark Winterbottom. He's got it locked up. He's trying to steer left, and he's cadence braking, releasing that brake, trying to get the front tyres to rotate. And now here's what happened down at the hairpin. Kostecki. Now watch Jack. Jack gets into the back of Brodie. Brodie's high and wide, and then Cam's actually run in deep, run Brodie up high into the wall. And then actually the thing behind with Brock and Mostert, that was separate. That was all happening anyway. And that's done damage in the right front corner of Brodie's car. And Brodie's in 23rd position at the moment. 1.1 seconds is the gap between Brown and Waters. We're looking at a battle here between Hill and Van Gisbergen. 4th and 5th this battle. Andre Heimgartner's still got that lonely run going on at the moment in the R&J Batteries entry, and Shane's done that pretty easily. Cam's given him a ton of space down there at turn 6, and he's slipped on by. And still got the quickest lap of the race at the moment for those extra points. Down the inside, Davison. Because it's so awkward at turn 4 at that hairpin, when you do make a move, you've got to hope that you've positioned yourself such that you've got enough available steering lock to be able to get away with it. We've seen more than one incident there over many years where you end up lock limited and you still end up in the opponent's door. But that was done nicely. And Matt Payne yields, but he tries to crisscross on the inside here. 1 of 3, inverted commas, rookies here this weekend, Matt Payne, on lap 23.
That's a swap round. Heimgartner in front of Cam Waters.
Yes.
So a pit stop gain there by Brad Jones.
So they did right side then, I think, with Will. I was looking all over the shop at the timing as well, so I think they did down the right-hand side for that car, but I'll double check it.
Here we go.
Coming through turn 7 right now. Just coming through turn 7. Heimgartner actually got him at the stop, so Heimgartner.
So 2.8 was the stop for Heimgartner. And so this is Shane Van Gisbergen's viewpoint behind Declan Fraser.
Here he is.
And in now. So he comes in on lap number 27.
Bit late.
Post-race investigation for the car for pit stop. So Jack Smith, I'll look at that. Now I think that was because we saw someone tripped over at the end of that stop. Don't know what the circumstances were, but I saw someone on the ground. That's never a good look.
No. Rear tyres.
Good stop.
This is going to be close to Scott Pye, I think.
3 times a winner in 2022 here, Shane Van Gisbergen. And it's Scott Pye in the background in the yellow and black car. This looks like it's brewing. Matt Payne on the inside of Todd Hazelwood.
Yeah, just stay there, mate. Side drive will get you there. Good job.
That's fine when you're stationary in the pit lane to suggest it's a great idea. When you're in the race car doing 260 Ks, it's not quite as comfortable on the outside there as it sounds in theory. But he actually did a nice job then, didn't he?
So Van Gisbergen's flashing the lights, and he's coming because those tyres are so much fresher. And he's been roughly 0.7 of a second faster.
Had a bit of a rubber fire, it looked like, going on there with Brodie's car while it was stationary. So we were openly speculating, would he get there? And we weren't sure about it. But what's happened is that Cam's numbers have dropped off in recent laps while Shane's have remained strong. So now he's incentivised. This may get him on the podium and it might punt Waters off. So we're on the last lap. We've got less than 2,400 metres of running to go. And we're up here now at the turn 4 hairpin, side by side with Van Gisbergen. 3-time champion trying to round him up on the outside. He's gone high and wide, tries to duck down underneath and get a squarer exit for a faster departure. And they're having a wave to each other, and it's side by side and a bit of side drafting in the process. Through the right-hander at turn 5, they're still side by side. They give each other some space. It's on at the end of the back straight. Not much in it. And Shane holds him out very high and very wide and takes that move. Wonderful win, though, today by Will Brown by just 0.6 of a second.
Long drive was bloody pretty quick at the end. I was trying to hustle, but yeah, rear tyres just started to go a bit at the end there, but overall that was pretty cool. So thanks, guys. Thanks everyone in the car, and thank you for the results.
From the pole position, a beautiful win by Will Brown. Makes it 2 wins so far in 23. 2 poles, his 5th podium. And that's going to do his championship chances a power of good today.